Good evening, I am Biff Bogina. Many of you likely know me from one of my hit action films, Critical Analysis, At the Gym, or At the Gym 2, The Revenge. But what you may not know is that I am not only a great actor, I am a skilled horticulturalist, a concert-level player of the bassoon, and today, I am an activist. The purpose of this educational program is to examine one of the central ironies of our time. As some of you may know, we're currently fighting a war in Iraq, bringing the beacon light of democracy to that blighted land of despotism, as if guided by a divine hand. However, while our brave nation travels the world, dispensing freedom, we are simultaneously forced to sacrifice civil liberties at home. Now, I won't deny that we have to make sacrifices. We certainly do. However, it's not because of the war on terror as much as the administration would have you believe. I, Biff Bogina, have the real answer. The one that the scientists and the politicians don't want you to have. The truth is, freedom isn't just an idea. It's an actual object. And it's running out. Some think that democracy was generated directly out of the ether, but as top scientists from Kansas have shown us, God created it. I decided to get the scoop direct from the Alpha and the Omega.
I invented democracy by accident, and it was around 1776, and I was actually trying to invent a form of currency that could be used commonly throughout all of Europe.
You mean like the euro?
No, not the euro, not at all like the euro. I dropped too much of this, I dropped too little of that, and I got these strange coins. I call them the Democratons. So I threw them on up to the colonies, and I took a nap.
Little did God know that in Democratons, he had fashioned an essential unit of freedom upon which our country could be founded. God minted 13 million Democratons. So when we declared independence from Britain, each state got an even million. Some argued that Democratons should be divided according to population, but New Hampshire had to go and fuck it up for everyone. This is all in the Constitution. Unfortunately, it's written on the back, so you'll just have to trust me. As our neighbors graciously gave our growing nation new land, the amount of Democratons per state diminished. This is scientific fact, unassailable. Most political scientists agree that this 26% figure is a critical mass, a point of crisis.
My job is to compare and calculate how free a nation is. So there are a variety of different units to define freedom. But for the last 50 years, the Democraton has had a stranglehold on the freedom market. However, the US now is spread too thin, like ice, and the children on the skates, they fall through. If the US continues to spread this thin, there will be an apocalypse. Freedomically speaking, of course. Imagine it. 25% less free. This is clearly why we cannot tolerate Puerto Rico as a state. We should trade it for Texas or something. Iraq is costing us, Democratons.
I know what the skeptics are thinking. We've tried to spread freedom to so many nations before, and nothing's happened. They make a valid point. We've survived efforts to spread freedom to such places as Korea, Vietnam, Grenada, Nicaragua, Somalia, and Bosnia. But fortunately for us, each of these efforts ended in failure. You see, when we pull out of a country as a failure, we are reimbursed all of our Democratons. That's the silver lining. Some worry that the war in Iraq is a losing war. But I say, what happens if we win?
The Battle of Fallujah cost us almost 5,000 Democratons. So it will cost us at least 5,000 more, before the whole country falls to freedom. This, of course, means that people right now in America will feel a freedom pinch.
I had just taken a shower and I was coming out of my house to get the morning paper. My hair was wet, and the shampoo I use is fragrant, so to prevent attracting swarms of bees, I put a towel around my head. 20 police cars drove up onto my lawn. Almost immediately they started beating me. I was hit with tire irons. I was maced on the top of the head, and they hit me in the teeth with a sack of ball bearings. My teeth are fine now, except for the ones that fell out. I was hit with so much force by one officer that my kidneys exploded out the front of my body. 18 hours later, when I woke up at the hospital, my fingernails had all fallen out because of stress. I understand that officers have to fight terror. I don't begrudge them. But I don't understand why I have to be hit with my head slammed in a door that doesn't even have any frame. It's just a door that they brought. Why do they just have a door? A tactical door.
More likely, this not uncommon incident is a result of our administration's reckless spending of our Democratons abroad. I'm no expert in political economy. Hell, I'm barely literate. So why don't we leave the final remarks to the professionals?
Now, if the US continues to spread its Democratons so incautiously, we will be no freer than dirty socialists. And in my opinion, we continue the war in Iraq. The terrorists have already won. It is apocalypse. Horsemen rolling across our country with scythes, whips, cattle prods, storming through our homes, our supermarkets, firing a cattle prod at us, chopping our children's heads with a scythe, spraying us with mace, pushing us onto the thin ice as we fall through, freedomically speaking.